In this week's episode, I teach a duck how to fly, and I wobble like a duck. I also look at a grasshopper, and I'm pretty much stuck in a cave. Welcome to A Man's Memories. Follow me on an epic journey through Vietnam by motorbike, on the footsteps of history, exploring happiness in unexpected places, meeting new people, and learning about the culture along the way. So lean back and enjoy as we make memories together in the pursuit of happiness.
The sun is shining, the gas tank is full, a day of adventure awaits, and I can't tell you how happy I am that the sun is out. I've been driving in the rain for 2 days. I couldn't film too much. I tried, and right now you be the judge of how that turns out. But now, what the duck are we doing today? Well, this is the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? And the reason why I say what the duck is we're going to a place called the Duck Stop. And the Duck Stop is a little neat farm where you can visit some ducks, hold some ducks, feed some ducks. It sounds kind of quirky. It probably is. But I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm excited to see what the Duck Stop and the Duck Fuzz is all about. And I think it will be a good time. So I'll see you guys there, and I'll show you what the duck is going on. I am at the Duck Stop, and we are about to see the ducks. So what the duck is going on is the theme of the day, and Tian is helping me. He's the #1 guy for ducks, and his cousin is the one who actually had the idea to let people feed the ducks, and they made a business out of it. So awesome way to support the farm by having stupid people like me pay money for feeding ducks. And I hear an army of ducks. I mean, we call them geese, but I guess it's a duck. I don't know. Like, I would call it a geese. But look at this. Look at these guys. They're already like hanging out. Oh my God! I am officially duck leader. People of Duckland. Ruler of ducks. Oh my God. This is insane! Oh my God! Yeah.
Bye bye, have a good day. See you. See you.
Oh my god. I have not laughed like this in a while. That was funny beyond belief. You know, I was talking to him a little bit more, and he was explaining to me how his cousin was only like 15, who came up with this idea when people were driving by here, and they heard the ducks, and he just let them play with the ducks, and then he thought to himself, hey, I can make a business out of this, and he did, which is amazing, and cool for him that he's been able to, you know, pull off. And they only take donations. I asked him, like, hey, can I, you know, give you like $10 US, which is a lot, right, for them, and he wasn't taking it. So I gave him $5, and he was like, that's okay, like that's plenty, you know. And yeah, what an experience. Like, these kids, you know, they're like the duck mafia. Definitely worth checking out if you can, and get to know the locals a little bit more. And I talked to him for a little bit, and what a great little dude. So they all work together for the farm, and they try to make a living, and you know, that's great experience. So what's next on our day in Phong Nha is a place called Paradise Cave. And will I find paradise in the cave, or Batman, or certain snakes I don't want to see? We'll find out. It's about an hour drive, so I'm backtracking to where I came from, and I will be there hopefully within like 50 minutes, and the weather is supposed to stay clear. All right, memory makers, we are on our way to the Paradise Cave still, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of the back roads you drive here. On the DT20, which is actually a major road connecting back to the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and you can do a little loop here in Phong Nha, called the Phong Nha Loop. Phong Nha, I keep saying Phong Nha Loop, and that's about an hour and a half drive, or you can go from the bottom of Phong Nha to the north, and it's about like 50k each side of it. So you're driving, no, not 50, sorry, it's a 50-minute drive on each side. So it's about a 2-hour ride in total to do this loop if you want to for the day and see some of the landscape. So if you're just renting a motorbike for the day and you don't want to do like the crazy drive from, you know, Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh, or you know, just want to give it a try, see how you feel about riding, this is, I think, a good way to experience that firsthand, and give it a shot in a controlled environment as much as it can be on these little roads here. But I mean, look at these views. It's definitely worth getting out on a bike, and something you don't experience on a sleeper bus per se, because it's dark. And also you're kind of, I guess, resting, and you know, there's just something about being on a bike that connects you with nature in a way that otherwise is not possible. And I know it's not for everybody, and it's not, you know, the most safest form form of transportation. I saw a guy this morning in the hostel. He basically was his wounds were taken care of essentially, but like he was bandaged up pretty good. And it's just a stark reminder when you drive to be careful, to wear the right gear, and you know, to take your time. You know, accidents happen 90% of the time because people go too fast and they're not watching the brake, or they're not driving in a way that's safe. So a lot of times people will speed up like crazy and then they hit the bank too fast, or they come around the corner too quickly. And so this is like a good example right here in front of us. I'm taking it in the middle, but then as I'm coming into the turn, I'm going really on the inside. But if I would be on the inside when I start to turn, I would be shooting into the outside, and then next thing you know, you're not in the right place. So it's like, I don't know if I was supposed to pay that guy just now or what happened, but I don't think he stopped me. So what I was saying is basically with the turns, go from the outside of the curve into the inside of the curve, and then you come back out on the inside of the turn rather than the outside. You know, so if a bus or something comes shooting around the corner and you're in the turn, you're on the inside of the turn, not on the outside. And so the truck drivers and buses, they will cut into your lane a lot. And so it's just, you know, one way to avoid an accident. And for most people who ride, that's common sense. But, you know, for a lot of people who've never been on a motorcycle before and they just want to try on a scooter, like, I totally get that. It's a lot of fun. Just make sure you're safe out there, because it's definitely something where things can go really wrong really quickly. And I always keep that in the back of my mind, just to kind of scare the shit out of myself every day. So I'm making it, you know, safe to where I want to go and not get myself into trouble. My memory makers. So I just got here at the Paradise Cave. I got my ticket. It's 250,000. So it's about $12 and some change. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see the Paradise Cave. So it's quite a bit to get here, but we're finally here. Mother trucker over here. Status update. I feel like I've been walking forever. It is a sign that said 500 meters, and it's a pretty steep incline, and I'm like in the canopy of the jungle now. This is the entrance. We're here, and we're gonna go till here. I mean, you have to think about how they built this thing. How did they, like the planks I'm walking on, that's what I'm talking about. I'm getting down here, setting this up. So this cave was discovered in 2005, which is kind of nuts. It's like 15 years ago. I live in the past. I guess it's 17 years ago. And yeah, this is breathtaking and beautiful. So if anyone out there wants to explain to me how this forms beyond stalactites, I'd be great, because this is intense and beautiful. All right, friends, I reached the end of the cave, and it's about a 10-minute walk, I would say, like from the beginning to the end, and it's absolutely stunning. Unpopular opinion, I think they make you park really far away on purpose, so you have to take your ass through the tourist souvenir area, and it's really not convenient, to be honest. I think I'm making my point. Look at all this. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I think I'm gonna give myself a little bit me time, and I really appreciate you guys so far following my journey. I hope you're enjoying everything you're seeing, and please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel, it helps me grow, and let me know what you thought of the cave. Did you like it? Did you think it was scary? Would you ever live in a cave? I kind of thought it reminded me of Ghostbusters, but that's just my opinion. Really, thank you so much for tuning in this far and supporting me, and yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you may be watching me from.